The views and opinions expressed on Slam Radio PH are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of Wusa Studios, its management, other hosts, or advertisers. The shows produced by Wusa Studios can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and might include strong themes, images, sex, or language that may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Slam Radio PH. How you guys doing? Another week of basketball to be had. My name is Aaron Ataide, the managing editor for SlamOnlinePH.com. To my right, you have Mr. Nico Ramos. And all the way to my far right, you have Denim on Denim, Mr. Robbie Raya. Denim on Denim.
What's up?
What are you doing?
I'm bringing it back.
It was never here. It was
You
never
can
there.
keep it.
All right, we got a lot of basketball to talk about, but first, I would like to. We start out the show with shouting a shout out. If you guys have any, of course, you can call us up. 631-2264 is the hotline, and then of course, Wusa Studios on Skype. If you guys want to join in the conversation, my shout out. I'm going to be selfish, you motherfuckers, because my shout out goes out to Goran Dragic.
I'm shouting a shout out to myself.
Yeah, he didn't make no son made the All Stars, whether it was a starter or reserve. But I think Goran deserves a spot. Hopefully they give the Kobe Bryant spot to him, maybe. But I mean, the Suns, we beat Indiana twice. The only
Yes, you
team,
did.
Yes.
the only team to do so.
Probably the only
Tambak
team
pa.
that will.
We need some love.
You guys are fucked. You're gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah,
for
we
sure
don't.
now.
Yeah, we're at sixth. We're half a game out of fifth.
You guys are
Shit.
screwed.
We're gonna be stuck with like Golden State or something. Like, no, with Houston. Fuck.
No, I think I like you guys against Houston.
I don't know. Miles Plumlee.
I have.
Wait. If you're six, you're gonna play three. So that's
We'll
San
have-
Antonio or
No,
Portland.
he's really
I'm
hoping they
running at fifth.
make it up to 5.
Yeah, we're at like a game and a half.
Houston's
or like
hot
a-
right now, though.
Hey man, I don't care. I'd rather not make the playoffs.
At least you guys are playing in the playoffs.
Hey, at least you guys got a pretty good pick.
I guess so.
Yeah, you know. So there you go. That's my shout out. I think Goran deserves a spot.
We might get your pick back. Well, our pick back
Yeah,
from you guys.
yeah, because it's protected anyway. So
LA is like the second worst, if not the worst team in the West.
They
right
better
now.
be the worst team.
I think
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
God damn it. Come on, LA.
Yeah,
Get your losing right.
Someone really, really bad right now.
Get your losing right, Lakers.
They can't even get losing right.
Fuck. Anyway,
Okay, moving on.
I would like to shout out partially to Timmy.
Oh, Timmy!
Tim
Duncan.
Duncan.
Yeah.
Not
Oh yeah.
not an
Alam ko
all-star?
kung bakit.
not an all-star.
Happy about it.
He better be hacked, because if he was an all-star, he'd make that trip, do a ton of interviews, get another credential on his name that he does not need, and then play 6 meaningless minutes in an all-star game. But instead, he gets to go on a quick vacation with his brand new girlfriend.
Who is
Confirmed
really
pala
fucking
yun.
hot.
Confirmed.
Oh.
It's on 9gag. If it's on 9gag, it's real.
It's real.
Sinong bading ngayon?
Oh.
Take
Yeah.
that. Have you met the big fundamental?
Uh-huh.
She wants the D.
I think
the Duncan.
Yung bagong girlfriend ni Tim Duncan is a taller version of Eva Longoria.
Wow.
Diba
I think
may
he
res-
might have just be rubbing it in Tony Parker's face now.
Hey, Brent Barry, get your wife out of the way.
hey. Yeah, or Parker.
Or Parker.
Or Parker.
Or Parker.
Whatever.
So, but my true shout out goes to the Ginebra fans that I encountered after Game 3 last night.
Okay.
Now, a lot of them, 99.9% of them, were disgruntled after Ginebra lost against SMC Coffee and fell behind the series again. But there was this group of Ginebra fans that were parked right next to my car.
Okay.
And I saw them, and the conversation all about Justin Melton, and none of them had anything bad to say about Justin Melton.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, you know what? Ginebra fans, some of the most passionate, sometimes some of the angriest fans in the PBA.
They blamed us for a couple of their losses.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
I mean, I don't know how I did it, but
But hey, they gave credit. At least that group gave credit where credit was due. And
quick melt.
yeah, they were all raving about Justin Melton.
I think sports fans generally like the quick melt stories na from out of nowhere na biglang magaling pala tong batang. to.
Right.
Diba?
So there you go.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys. Good
Okay.
luck in game 4.
Mr. Robbie Raya.
This might have little to do with basketball.
Okay.
But I'm give my shout out to Philip Seymour Hoffman.
What? What?
He just died.
What the fuck?
Alam mo kung bakit?
Because he was.
He played 2-on-2 with Ben Stiller in one of my favorite basketball scenes in movies ever. Diba?
Along came Polly.
Along came Polly. Yung
Pwede.
Pilit mo yun.
Pwede.
Diba?
Natahi mo yan.
Rain dance.
Pwede ka.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Fantastic. All right. So we're off to a fantastic start. Natahi natin si Philip Seymour Hoffman into the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We managed to bring up the most embarrassing scene for an accomplished Oscar award winning actor
Yeah.
on the day of his death.
Yeah.
Just so he could be our shout out.
That's what we do here on the show.
We always keep it classy.
Exactly. All right, let's move on into the. We got a lot of things to talk about when it comes to basketball here today, but for right now, we will start out with the semifinals. Of course, so we all made our predictions last week, but let us take a look back at how the first 3 games went, and we'll start out with Rain or Shine versus Petron. Did anybody see this happening? This 2-0 and then becoming 2-1, but the 2 first games of Rain or Shine. Obviously, we all predicted that Petron was going to win. We didn't see Rain or Shine, first of all, completely demolishing Petron, and then second of all, coming back from a huge-ass lead, and then building their own huge-ass lead, and then ending up, closing it out as well. Well, what happened?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
To be honest.
That's why I'm asking.
To be honest, I did not see this coming. When Rain or Shine got game 1, I was like, all right, breaks of the game. I predicted this was going to be a 7-game series. But I think the manner in which that Rain or Shine won game 2 is representative of how this series has gone, and how I have this nagging feeling that this series will go. Petron got up to a 16-point lead in the way that Petron builds their lead. They go to Ginebra, they hit from the outside, and everybody starts chipping in. And then Rain or Shine, they didn't have one big rally to take the lead back.
Yeah.
Dahan-dahan eh.
They
No?
chipped away, and then before you know it, when it was time for them to finally put that rally on, they left Petron in the dust.
Yeah.
Like if it were a drag race, kumbaga, they stayed there. Nung dumown shift sila,
Ayun.
Iwan na, tsaka pa sila nag-nos chong. So, and Petron obviously won game 3, and that's good for the series and our predictions. But I think the way that Rain or Shine won that game 2 makes them very, very dangerous, and should have sent a signal to Petron going, we can't fuck with these guys.
Yeah.
And the only game that Petron has won so far is a near perfect game for Petron. And how many near perfect games do they have left in the tank for them? We don't know.
For me, I didn't see this coming, but I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
Because going into the playoffs, Rain or Shine was the hottest team.
Yes.
Aside from SMC, Rain or Shine, you could say na they're the hottest team. And Petron, going to the semis, they were struggling a bit after Junemar's injury. Parang iba yung Petron pre-Junemar injury and post-Junemar injury. It was quite obvious. And I predicted that, all of us predicted that Petron would win this series. And I think the biggest factor has been really the depth of Rain or Shine. I mean, nakakalito eh. The difference of this Rain or Shine team na hindi na baby talk and text from the previous Rain or Shine teams na baby talk and text is the growth of all the players.
Yeah.
Going to the series or into the conference, I thought na angat yung tandem ni Lutz and Lassiter compared to all the guards ng Rain or Shine. Pero pag titingnan mo how Lassiter and Lutz has produced in this series compared to how let's say Ryan Aranya or Nuiles chips in, parang in talent nila hindi masyadong nagkakalayo eh.
Yeah, I mean, if you really do look at it, it's what? Lutz, Lassiter, and Tubid.
And that's it.
And then that's it. And then on the other end, you have Ryan Aranya, you have Jeff Chan, you have Paul Lee, you have Jaire even scoring, he had like 8 in one game. I mean, it might not be the same level of names, but if you look at it, it still kind of is.
It's not that
I mean,
far. Yeah.
Paul Lee, you could say that he is the complete Filipino, the Tondo version of Chris Lutz. I mean, with the crossover and everything. And then you look at Marshall, and then you look at Jeff Chan, and they're kind of similar as well. That dead shot from the outside, and then Tubid and Ibanez, and then Aranya, and I mean, it's rather Aranya and Tubid. It's kind of similar along the way.
Yeah, and then you have your Nuiles and your Jeric Teng.
Yes.
Come in and kumbaga what Lutz and Lassiter give you, plus Tubid, who strangely is the only starter in the PBA who also plays garbage minutes kasi isa-start siya ni G tas kakalimutan siya. Tas Ronald, nga pala. But like what I was saying, what you get from Lutz, Lassiter, and Tubid, you from those three guys, you get by committee from Rain or Shine.
Yeah.
And I hate to sound
even more
I hate
diba?
to sound like a broken record when we say that Rain or Shine gets production from everybody, but if Rain or Shine keeps doing it, then what else are we gonna talk about?
Exactly.
I mean, if they do it so consistently, first of all, Aranya, I think, and people, I think, overlook this sometimes because of the pink shoes. But Aranya, in spurts here in the series, has become unguardable. Unguardable. I mean, this kid, he is so tough to keep from getting into the paint. I don't know how he does it. Yung contra-tempo niya na hop step, that Euro step with those big steps, the crazy spin moves. He tried the double spin move the other day, didn't really work, but he has the audacity to try it.
Yeah.
And then floaters, and then yung LA Tenorio layup. He's tough. He's tough coming off that bench, and then just having one goal in mind, which is to get into the paint and get a layup. He's been tough to cover for Petron.
I think Aranya is one of the most underrated players in the league.
I think Ryan Aranya could be a superstar.
Right.
I think that he could be a superstar. He's just not. Okay, Ryan Aranya is like Kawhi Leonard. You know, he's not sexy. You don't. And I'm not saying anything about his body. This guy likes to pose with his protein shake, and he's pouring water.
So a one-arm handstand.
Oh, ano yun? Medyo fit yun.
Yun, sexy
Ryan.
yun.
Oh, it's
Yun,
sexy
sexy
yun.
yun.
But on the court, hindi siya sexy. Kontrapelo siya.
Yeah.
Like Kawhi Leonard, I mean, he's not really a sexy player, but on the court, he'll get the job done. You know what I mean? I think Ryan, if he wanted to, he really could be a superstar in the league. As of right now, he might even... I mean, Gabe had one good game so far this series, and that was game 2. I actually think Ryan has been a little bit more productive than Gabe is so far in this series.
Right, sure. And you're right in the sense, if you gave Aranya the opportunity that Joseph Yo got with Air 21, how much more of a drop-off is there, if any at all, right? But the thing with Aranya is, it's not in his head. He's not really wired. He's built to be a star player. He has all the skills, right? Sure. But he's not wired to be that kind of guy.
Yes.
He loves being on Rain or Shine. He loves being the sixth man. He loves being underrated. He loves not being on the opposing coach's whiteboard.
And which is what he was in LaSalle.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the same way. Diba? Ano lang naman siya dun, under goal stab. Yun, that was his entire play in LaSalle. Tas yung... and then that was it, you know? But he was really one of our favorite... He was our Ryan Buenafe.
Yeah.
He was our Ryan Buenafe. And he's the same way that he is with Rain or Shine. I mean, siya yung tangina sang galing yun. Yun, that is Ryan Aranya.
And I think if you're a Petron fan and you're watching it, right, and Petron's staying in the game, or it's a close game or whatever, and then Aranya comes in, you don't really notice it, and then he drives, spin move, and he's falling away, and then he gets it off the bank, 2 points plus the foul, you're like, putang ina may Aranya pa nga. I think that's the appeal of Ryan Aranya. And he's much like everybody else, perfect for rain or shine, and he could be a star. And I think the most important, the most valuable part about him is he doesn't want to be
No.
a star. He doesn't want to be player of the game.
You can't be if you're on rain or shine.
Yeah.
You can't except if you're Bo. Because that's part of his, his appeal.
Yeah, Bo
Kumbaga.
and Paul Lee.
Oo.
Yeah, because those guys feel like they're the top 2 players in the league.
Oh, obviously. So that's why. But on the other end, Junmar, there was a scene when Junmar and Bo Belga medyo nagkabanggaan. And medyo nagkaangas silang dalawa. I don't know if you guys saw
Yeah.
that, but it was when I think it was Raymond Almazan who pushed off on Junmar, and Junmar said, "Apo," and then Bo said, "Hoy," and they looked at each other, and they're like, "Oh no." I know. I was like, "Holy crap, man!"
Yeah, Junmar gave a little
Jun-
push. Yeah.
Junmar is getting not nice. He's
Yeah.
finally becoming not nice.
Napipikon na siya. But I knew walang gagawin yung dalawa.
Oo.
Because they're tight buddies.
Yeah.
I knew si Junmar was, I think hindi naman Junmar in this series, it's not na napipikon siya. I think he just wants to parang impose his authority. Na, oy, nakakarami na kayo, hindi pwedeng ginaganyan-ganyan nyo lang ako.
I think Junmar needs to get mean.
Yeah, I think that's the
I think
next
he needs to
step,
get mean.
For Junmar is that, yeah, I mean, he's fun on Instagram. But this is the same thing with like you take a look at a Dwight Howard,
Yeah.
or a Blake Griffin.
Yes.
Is that they can be so dominant on the court, but their charisma and their sense of humor sometimes gets the better of them, and people look at that and say, "Yeah, you're good, but you're a punk."
Yeah.
I'm gonna Zebo you. Remember Zebo and Blake Griffin in the
Oh,
playoffs?
yes.
Oh fuck, Blake Griffin was scared as shit. And people feel like they can do that to Junmar.
Yeah.
Hindi naman to papalag eh. Hindi ko to kayang. It's like that big kid in school that people always bully. If pumalag to, talo ako.
Oo.
Pero hindi to papalag eh.
Sure
Kaya
ako na hindi
pagtitripan ko
papalag.
to.
Oo.
Eh nung pumalag si Junmar, let's see Raymond try and do that again.
Exactly. I mean, Raymond looks like Pepe Smith. So, I mean, if you're gonna, kung sagutan lang naman dahil gagawin natin,
And during that next trip, while Junmar was trying to post up Bo, I think someone like Marshall hit an outside shot. They were boxing out, and then after that, Bo gave Junmar a little tap on the butt, and Bo had this smirk on his face, and I think he was proud of Junmar. I think he was saying, "Hey, you know what? Big fella, that's what you need to do. That's who you gotta be in this league if you wanna be good. If you really wanna be great, and you don't want people taking cheap shots at you, that's what you gotta do."
You know what? Aside from being meaner or developing a mean streak, I think Junmar needs to be a little bit more selfish. I think if he has a one-on-one at the post, wag niya na i-kick out. I mean, the way Greg Slaughter last night was so smart with his post-ups na yung recognition niya on when he thinks na may dadating bang double team and from where was perfect. I think Junmar, in that sense, needs to be more selfish. I think maybe alam niya na he's the best player in the team. Feeling ko nahihiya lang siya to like be the alpha dog.
and yeah, I mean, your point, you're right on that point. And I think it was either Polo or Chuck that tweeted it. What if Petron used Junmar the way that Ginebra uses Greg?
Correct.
May sagot ako dyan.
Oh.
Mapapa-double pack you si Yang Kiao.
Oh, it was Carlo that tweeted it. It was Carlo, right? Yeah, I was like, man, what does it need to what does Petron need to do to get that 29 out of Junmar? I mean, if you look at it, be like, okay, Greg posts up on Rafi. I mean, shit. I mean, Junmar's posting up on Raymond Almazan. I mean, he should be able to control that.
I think that, you know, barring any of the other circumstances, I mean, rain or shine's tougher on the interior than SMC Coffee is, especially with Yancy out and all that. I think we're right because I think Petron is a little scared of having the Governor's Cup finals happen to them again.
Yes.
When they went to Junmar and Millsap, and then they ran out of gas, and then Junmar ran out of gas, and then when it was time for Marcia and all the others to get hot, wala na.
Hindi na kaya.
Yeah, so I think that, what Ginebra did last night, and I know we'll talk about them in a bit, but what Ginebra did last night, kinulang lang in the end, was that they went to Greg first spurt. They're like, okay, you know what? There's 7 minutes left in this quarter. Greg, they're not doubling you.
Bagsak.
We're just gonna go to you now. We're just gonna go to you now. After this, of course, we'll go back to our sets or whatever, but as long as they're single coveraging you, we'll go to you now. And I think that's where Greg really got the bulk of his points. When they went to him like 10, 11, 12 straight plays, they went to him in the post. And I think that's what Petron can do. Is that, you know what? Give the middle of the second quarter up until halftime to Junmar. And just let him get his.
Yeah.
Just let him get his.
And that's how the Lakers used to do it before. Even if Shaq didn't score, Shaq held the ball on every possession.
And you got the other big men in foul trouble.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
I mean, remember that series when it was the Lakers versus Portland when Brian Grant was fouled out, Rasheed Wallace was fouled out, Arvidas. They have to do that. And because of the fact that how deep Rain or Shine is, you need to get those guys in foul trouble. You need to get Bo, JR, and Raymond, and even all the way down to maybe even like Larry Rodriguez in foul trouble, just so that you can continue to pound it inside.
Yeah, because, and I think it says a lot about Bo Belga. After Bo, there's really no one who can guard Junmar.
No.
And if you're watching this and you're saying Bo can't guard Junmar either, you haven't watched Bo defend. Because Junmar has a tough time on Bo. Everybody has a tough time on Bo, but Junmar especially. It's really a problem for him trying to guard Bo.
Hey, we got a phone call. Let's pick it up.
Hello?
No, click the button there. That one? Yeah.
Hello?
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 Hello? Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, we can
Hey,
hear you.
what's
Who's
up?
this?
Oh, crap. Man, we finally had it.
I thought that was history.
No,
right there.
no, that would have been our third caller.
Oh, third ba?
It would have been our third caller. But yeah, call us up. What was the number again? 633-2513. Is that right?
Yeah.
26. I don't know. We're making shit up on it. 631-2264. Obviously, I was right. I was right on the number.
You got 6'3", right?
Hey,
Should be good enough.
hey.
But,
All right.
but going back to Bo, I think aside from having the gift of girth and yung and the size to contain Junmar, I think Bo is smart when it comes to playing defense before you actually play defense.
Yes.
By that I mean before Junmar gets the ball at the
Yeah.
post, tinutulak niya na to where Junmar isn't comfortable at getting the ball.
Yeah, because Kenyahan can't do it.
No, he can't.
I mean, JR's a lot of things, but he's never really been an excellent post defender.
Okay. Who wins tonight? If you're watching the replay, we're doing the podcast early morning. Well, not really early. We're doing it at lunchtime, so we don't know yet.
Chance for you guys to look at us and call us idiots.
Yeah, if you're watching this while watching the game, right? What an idiot! So who wins? Who wins today?
That's tough. You know what? Just basing this on nothing, but
Yeah, because we obviously know what we're talking
basing
about.
this on pure gut feel, and maybe basing this on how close competitive series go, basing it in the past on how close competitive series go. I think I'm picking Petron to tie this series.
Okay,
I'm picking Petron. Yeah.
Mr. Nico Ramos.
I honestly don't see Yang getting ejected and losing the next game. I don't see it.
Ah,
I don't see it.
Oh,
I on the other hand do.
Okay.
I do see Yang getting thrown out, and
wait,
I do see
again?
Yes, yes,
Oh, I won't be surprised at that.
yes.
I just think that after he gets thrown out, he prepares his team better.
No, I think he's gonna flip out again today. I honestly do. I think that Petron's gonna come out, and I think they're gonna win this. And I think Yang, okay. I think he's gonna at least get one technical.
At least.
I think he's gonna at least
At
get one.
least.
But that's not really much of a bet.
Yeah, that's
mean-
like saying maybe Jeff Chan will hit a 3 today.
Yeah, or like he'll hit 4, or
Yeah.
something like that. Something like that. But I think Petron's gonna win this. I think Petron's gonna win today.
All right, I'll say rain or shine just for the heck of it.
Just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Why not? Because I think Junmar is starting to get mean again. Starting to get that first round mean back. Hopefully he can continue.
I want to see that though. I want to see Mean Junmar, because if he does still make it to the lineup in the Worlds, we're gonna need Mean Junmar.
yeah.
At least for some fun.
Junmar, not nice. All right, moving on. Manila Classico series is
Ay, nako.
2-1
So good.
for SMC Coffee.
The series is so good.
For you.
What do you
kasi-
call something with 2 thumbs and is right so far? Me.
I don't even remember my pick.
You said Ginebra in 6.
7?
I-
6?
Because you top your no.
No, that was rain or shine.
That was rain or shine.
I
Yeah.
think
I
he
said
said
Ginebra in 7.
in 7.
Ginebra in
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
Okay, and you
While
said
I, on the other
what
hand,
was your prediction?
said SMC in 5. No,
No.
joke lang. Ginebra in 5.
I on the other hand said SMC Coffee in 6, and so far it's looking right. Let's pick up the phone right now. Let's see here. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
What's up?
Oh, that's right. Just hang up. Yeah, just call us and hang up.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We're looking good so far. It's looking good. I think
You're out of it.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
And in our other bet, medyo tagilid din ako. Eh.
Oh,
I think
medyo tagilid ka rin. We'll get to the drag bet
All
a little bit
right,
later
all right.
on. But first, let's talk about the series. SMC Coffee up 2-1. Justin Melton and Mark Baroka taking over this series.
Quick melt!
Quick melt!
Quick melt!
We are all Quick Melt fans.
I was not on. I didn't even know where his bandwagon was before, or
Yeah.
that he had one. But wherever it is now, wait for me because I'm getting on.
Yes, I am on this Quick Melt. I am on it.
Asa na yung ensimada ni Nino Mula? I think it would... Dapat magpasalamat si Nino Mula kay Justin Melton.
Oh,
Kasi
naging ano
for
ulit eh.
all you know, baka this might be the turning point na ma-revive ulit yung franchise niya.
Quick Melt.
Quick Melt. Diba? Sipin mo.
Okay.
But I love this series so far. I'm loving it. It's been an absolute joy.
I think this guy's just messing. Hello?
Hello.
Hey,
who's
this?
What's your name?
Hey, Sid.
Sid. Welcome to the show. What do you want to talk about, buddy?
I just want to say, Baroka is a beast.
Baroka is a beast.
It's a beast.
No shit, dude.
Are you on the Quick Melt bandwagon
dude.
though?
Yeah.
We need to have a name for this. We need to have like, because Quick Melters that doesn't fucking fly with me right now. But
Quick Melters.
I don't.
It flies with me.
Really? Quick Melters?
Quick Melters.
So are you a Ginebra fan or are you a SMC Coffee fan, buddy?
Rainer fan. Rainer Shine
Rainer
fan
Shine
talaga.
fan.
Okay.
Okay.
Sino bata mo? Sino bata mo?
Bata ako, si T.Y. Tang eh.
Alam ko sabihin mo si Robby. Baka.
Akala ko si Dala ka Foods. Ay, sorry.
Ay,
Ay,
yun lang.
Sid,
Ay.
Sid.
Yeah.
Okay, since you did bring up Baroka, what do you love most about what Baroka? What is he doing that Ginebra can't stop?
Kasi, grabe, wala sa itsura niya na. Basketball.
Oh yeah.
Na?
Magaling mag-basketball. Wala sa itsura niya eh.
Actually, mukha siya magaling mag-basketball. I mean, honestly, I've seen the guy practice and stuff like that. You know, when you look at somebody, he's like, ay, puta, baller yan. Yeah, he does look like it off court. I don't know about on.
Si Baroka, pag dumayo ka sa court ng iba, yun yung alam mo, shooter to sa kanto. Magaling mag-boarding to. I mean, si Chris Ellis pa rin yung pag nakita mo, pucha.
Yung akala mo pinakamagaling.
Star player to.
Oo.
Pero si Baroka, alam mo na kailangan mo i-check yun dahil mukhang shooter.
Oo. Tsaka mukhang magaling bumaba ng bola.
Oh, yan.
Hindi mo maagawan. Kahit anong gawin mo.
Tsaka Sid, I don't know if nakita mo yung tweet ko last night. I tweeted,
I don't know if nakita mo
ang gwapo lumiap ni Baroka.
Ang gwapo nga naman talaga eh.
Hindi,
Yung layup.
Yung layup. Ang swabe talaga eh. Tamang form, tapos medyo may arte ng konti.
Oo.
Exactly how we play it in sa kalye, di ba? Na swabing layup eh. Di ba?
Alright. Well, thanks for the call, Sid.
Yeah.
Have a good one, bud.
Bye-bye.
I'm looking forward to this SMC Coffee Ginebra series, and I'm thinking this is gonna go long. This is not gonna be done anytime soon.
Yeah, this is gonna be a while, and
That's what she said.
and I think that there's just so many good things about this series, and of course we will talk about Melton because everybody's talking about Melton, and we will talk about Greg because Greg deserves to be talked about. But I think that the matchup between Pingris and Aguilar has so far, and they don't even play each other that much, right? But I think that has been crucial here for Ginebra because Japet, coming into last night's game, is averaging half his points and half his rebounds this series compared to his elimination round numbers. And I think Ping's in his head.
Yeah.
I really think that Ping's in his head.
How though?
Because, I mean, si Kuya to. Si Kuya
Si Kuya Ping.
Oo.
And bastusan eh. I mean, the PBA, if you want to win in the PBA, kailangan mong mambastos. All right? That's what you have to do. I mean, Junmar's got to stand up to Bo finally. LA and Baroka have to stop high-fiving, which they have. It has to be. I mean, Melton gave LA a hard foul, and LA's been here before. We know he's the nicest guy in the PBA.
Yeah.
Melton offers a hand, and LA's like, no.
Yeah.
No, you're not my
But
teammate.
I love that move though.
Yeah,
Diba?
I'm not taking any favors from you. No. I think that's what it has to be. Kailangan bastos ka. And I think that has to be the next step. And our editor at Slam, Miko Halili, told me about this, and he said we were all waiting for Japet's confidence, and it was his confidence that spurred this incredible run of his. It's the mental toughness that he's looking for pagdating ng playoffs. Na eto lang yung makakalaban mo day in and day out, and he might have the better of you the first 3 games, but the 4th game you have to come in and say, hindi, mas magaling ako. Mas magaling ako. And I think that we saw a little bit of that towards the end when Japet tried to dunk on Ping twice. I think that's what has to happen. If Japet gets a big dunk on Ping, he's gonna go off.
It's over.
He is gonna go off.
I think alam niyo yung nung college or nung high school, sabihin natin sobrang aral mo sa isang long test. Aral na aral ka and you go into the test, shit, mamaniin ko tong long test na to. Tapos biglang nung nandun ka na, sige, you get a few answers right. Then after like 10 questions, bigla kang mental block. Tapos may mukha kang shit. Ano nga pala yung pinag-aralan ko? I think ganun si Japet ngayon. Parang it's not nawawala yung confidence niya. I think it's parang sobrang nanggigigil siya na yung mga ginagawa niyang tama nung eliminations, parang medyo nakalimutan niya na or na may mental block siya.
It's funny because what could be your biggest asset could also be your biggest curse as well. I think that the reason why Japet was doing so well before this was because of the Ginebra crowd. I think the reason why he's having a hard time right now is because of the Ginebra crowd.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think that everybody has so high expectations from him going into this series, and everybody thinking that he will be the one that will carry the team. And he should. He should. I mean, he needs to be the one to carry this team. But I think it's already gotten to him, where it's like, shit, I really need to carry this team. And if I can't do it, we're not gonna win. So, yung pressure galing sa fans, pressure galing sa sarili niya, we're seeing again bad Japet more than good Japet.
And I think this is all part of the process, which is because I'm a fan of Japet and the journey that he's taken, and I'm not alarmed because I think this is all part of the process. I think these first 3 games, at least, if he can turn it around, starting the next game, this is the Kobe Bryant air balls against Utah Jazz.
Yes.
This is LeBron James completely spacing out against the Celtics in an elimination game. It comes with it. You have to go through this if you're that star wherein you're like, fuck, there's this one team or there's this one guy I can't beat, and then finally Jordan finally beats the Pistons.
Yeah.
And then that's when it just all snowballs from him in a good way. And I think this is all part of the process for Japet. And for the Ginebra crowd, you can't get too low on this guy right now because you're not here without him.
Yes.
You wouldn't be here without him. You'd be out of the quarterfinals.
Do you
without
think
Japet.
that it would help Japet more if he lost? You know how like LeBron. LeBron needed to lose to the Celtics
In the long run, if it would help Japet.
down the road.
I think so. But
Because I'm scared that if he can eke out a series win against San McCoffey and make his way into the finals, and let's say Ginebra goes all the way, we might still see the same Japet. I'm not saying that I want to see Ginebra lose because that's nowhere near my objective. But I'm just saying, would a loss really strike home everything that everybody's been trying to drill into Japet's head?
you know what? A loss can work in how Nico was saying for Japet. But for me, I think for Japet, the time is now.
Yeah.
Kasi, yes, if you lose, you might learn from it. But si Japet, ang dami niya ng talo in the past eh.
Mm-hmm.
In talo, I mean, yung mga expectations na hindi niya na-meet, na this guy should be dominating the league, pero wala man lang siyang nagagawa. We even ranked him at 30-something in our rankings. I think yun na yung talo niya in the past. And I think he should learn from that.
Okay.
Dapat alam niya na kung anong gagawin niya. I think if they beat San McCoffey na hindi ganong kalaki yung role niya, should be better for him right now compared to if they lose the series. I think that will I think Ginebra has enough Derek Fishers. When I say Derek Fishers, yung veterans to stay na gabayan ka. I think Tenorio, Helterbrand is enough for Japet na if he plays bad in this series na he can recover in the finals.
Who wins on Wednesday?
Ginebra. This will go 7, I think. Mag-SMC yan, pare.
You think San McCoffey and Ginebra go 3-1?
I think San McCoffey wins this.
You know what? I would have called you crazy last week.
You did call me crazy last week.
Yeah, I don't think I can now. I don't think
I
can.
think San McCoffey has what it takes. I think they have, and I don't know who was I talking to. I get into my building, okay, and all the security guards in my building, huge PBA fans. I mean, you can ask Nico.
Did you talk to the Global Port guy again?
Yeah, no. I talked to another one.
Okay.
He's pretty close with yung tropa ni Paul Artadi. Like yung mga in Paul Artadi's hood.
Yeah, all right.
And he was talking to me. So I live pretty high up. So we were going all the way up, and he goes, "Sir, alam ko sa ano na lang to eh. Mga yung dalawang teams na to, it comes down na lang to coaching." And I was like, "Hey, he's right there." And I think Tim has more control of his huddle than that Ginebra bench.
Trying to say, bro.
Who has control of the Ginebra?
No, I don't know.
Diba?
And during that inbound pass, game 1, that's when I was like, okay, you know the statement na there too many chefs spoil the soup. I mean, and I think that might be what's happening when players start second guessing who the instructions are coming from, who it should be coming from, and when it should be coming from.
That's true. I think that's a really, really valid point. And I've talked to a few Ginebra fans na personally kilala ko, and Lahat yan, sinasabi nila.
I mean,
na it should be
Yeah.
confusing for the players.
yeah.
Why
Na-
does this always happen to Ginebra?
Shit, it happened to Petron.
It happened
Yeah,
to Petron.
but
yeah.
remember the time Ginebra had co-coaches? They
Yes.
didn't have one coach; they had two coaches.
Shot and
Jong.
Jong.
Yeah.
the
They had
stupidest shit ever.
co-head coaches. I don't know.
It's a head coach.
I don't know. Well, you kind of have the no. Now, no.
Yes, you do. That's what you have now.
Okay,
That's what you have.
okay, that's what you have now.
Anyone who watches a game
Oh man.
sees it.
Ah, shit. I mean, I don't know, man. It's confusing for. I mean, I was listening to the huddle and I was confused.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, hindi, curl ka dito." Hindi. Curl ka na lang dyan. I was like, "What? Dude, he just said curl that way." And all of a sudden you're making him curl that way. What the
This dude.
What? I don't know.
But of course, I mean, we're not professional players.
No, we're
so
not.
Maybe
they understand it.
yeah, maybe there's a calm in their chaos.
Yeah.
And there's a method to the madness that is the Ginebra huddle. All we're saying is that from the outside looking in, instructions look like they're a lot clearer coming from Tim Cohn's
Yes.
raspy single raspy voice.
All right.
All right. Justin, you're out here. All
All
right.
right.
All right.
So, Ginebra wins. Ginebra wins.
I have Ginebra.
SMC Coffee winning.
Just one more thing about Tim.
Go ahead.
And we want to build up our boy, L.A. Tenorio, because if you come to the podcast, you will infinitely
Oh
love him.
yes, you are like Hall of Fame ready.
Yeah, I mean, Joe, good job, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Good job, Joe. He's come to the podcast before.
Chris Ross.
Chris Ross, dog!
Dog, baby, Chris
Ross!
Yes.
For the rest of the podcast, we will have nothing to say about Chris
No,
Ross.
but we will talk about Chris Ross because that dunk was fucking
He
awesome.
been doing the squats, bro.
And I talked to Gabe about that, and I said, because I saw him at the Nike office, and I was like, "Yo, Gabe, Chris, he threw it down." He goes, "Yeah, dude." He was telling me like his legs are feeling amazing, and during the practice before the game where he dunked, they were having a scrimmage game in the Petron practice, and it ended. Like the practice ended when Chris dunked on Arwind, like
Oh.
body to body.
Ooh.
And they dunked, and everybody was like, "Okay, it's done. Go home. Go home.
down.
Shut
Let's
it
go
down.
home.
Shut it down. Shout out also to Jared Dillinger. He did not have a good morning today. He's a big Denver Broncos fan.
Yeah. But anyway,
Yeah.
back to L.A. Tenorio.
Yeah.
It's the amount of respect that Tim has for his boy,
Mm-hmm.
L.A. Tenorio, his guy in Alaska. You know, there have only been 4 people who've guarded L.A. this entire series. It's either been Baroka or Melton, which is a nightmare on both ends.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Pingris.
Ping.
And for some strange reason, in Game 3, Rafi Rivas. All
Wow.
on purpose, not on switches.
Uh-huh.
These guys had the assignment to guard LA.
Wow.
And because Tim went small in Game 2, which was weird. His starting 5 was Pingris Devance and then Simon Yap and Baroka.
And Baroka, yeah.
And then he switched out Baroka for Rivas, and I thought, all right, he's going to match up with Greg. No, Rivas was in there.
Yeah, because it was Joe that was guarding Greg.
Yeah, because Rivas was put in the starting lineup to guard LA. And those are the only 4 people who have been given the assignment. I mean, sure, on cross matches,
Yeah.
maybe PJ has gotten LA. But the 4 people who've gotten the assignment to guard LA Tenorio this entire series have only been Baroka and Melton,
For speed.
yeah, and overall toughness.
Yeah.
And Pingris for badassery. And Rafi Rivas for, I bet you weren't thinking of this today, LA.
And Ato like, huh!
Yeah.
And then Alfrancis like, huh! And then, well, Boise, huh! And everybody was just shocked. And then they were like, I know what I do. And then all of them just said what they wanted to do and nothing happened.
So I think that speaks a lot to the quality of LA Tenorio and how Tim really, despite Greg, despite
Now,
Zapet,
now how the fuck are you supposed to counteract that?
I don't know.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah, no, if you're Ato and you see Ping, what, you're gonna have to use Japet more.
Pick and rolls.
Yeah, because you're
Pick
Pick and rolls get switches.
and this is why
Pray that they switch.
yeah, and this is why Japet has to be on.
Yes.
Because you have to make them pay.
Yeah.
For leaving, you know, like because if Joe was guarding Greg,
Greg.
and Ping was guarding
Tenorio,
that leaves LA and that leaves James guarding Japet.
Yeah, you should take advantage of that.
Right. So, I mean, this is why, and this is, of course, a trickle effect of basketball, but I just wanted to point out the amount of respect that Tim Cone has for LA Tenorio.
I think Tim Cone remembers how Mark Pingris shut down LA Tenorio in that one Pure Foods Alaska series where Alaska was favored, and all of a sudden Pure Foods shut down Alaska 4-0.
Yeah.
Just because of that one move where Tim Cone, that one surprising move na inassign ni Tim Cone si Pingris kay Tenorio, and Tenorio was completely shut down in that series.
Yeah.
And, you know, props to Ping as well. Like what Tim said, last game, he started out guarding Tenorio, moved over to guard, he guarded Kagiwa for a bit. Japet, and finished guarding Greg.
Yeah.
He's like the defensive equivalent of Magic Johnson during that 80 finals.
Yeah.
Plays forward, center, and guard. It's incredible.
All right, moving on. PBA semis are done. We move on over to a topic that involves both the UAAP and the PBA. Coach Pido has been named the new head coach of the Global Port Batang Pier. Good move.
Exciting.
Hey, we said
Exciting.
Global Port needs to keep the shit moving, and they are. Therefore, leaving the UST Growling Tigers. He did win one championship on his first year as head coach for the Growling Tigers, and then making it to the finals on back-to-back seasons, not winning anything though. What happens now to UST? Does this mean that this is the end of UST in the Final Four, or making a push? Will recruits still want to go there without Coach Pido Jarencho?
It's tough because I think that recruits don't necessarily have UST top of mind. No offense to the Growling Tigers, but if you're a blue chip recruit, I think that's a reality. You don't really have UST as unless you're a legacy, like your parents went to UST or something, right? But I mean, even like the likes of Kevin Ferrer. I mean, Ferrer was courted very heavily, seriously by other teams.
Yes, he was already practicing in LaSalle.
Right, before he was refused a release and then chose to stay with UST. Good move for him. But the thing with UST is they don't get a lot of blue chip recruits. They don't necessarily have the top talent anytime, even when they won the championship. But Pido takes them to a different level because he is an excellent coach at that level. And I can't see anyone else taking substandard talent as far as Pido can in a league like the UAAP, where in 9 times out of 10, talent always wins.
Yeah, it would either be him or Leo Austria, but Leo never made the finals.
Right. Because Leo had even less talent.
Exactly. Leo was paying for their baon, dude.
I think UST is still talented enough to make the Final Four, but
this year?
Next year, they still have Mariano, Abdul.
Yeah, Abdul.
How many years is Abdul playing?
Ferrer.
Is this like
Abdul
the ninth
is like
year of
32
Kareem Abdul?
years old.
Yeah, he's been in college longer than Van Wilder.
I think he...
Sorry.
I think they still have a solid core. But paano yung mga elimination games na katulad nung kinalaban nila yung FEU or NU na dikdikan? I think that's where they fall off. I think Pido is their heart and soul. Not only the heart and soul of the team, but the heart and soul of the community. I think Pido connected with the way Pido and the UST crowd connected was unlike any coach and crowd connection in the UAAP. That was special.
Yeah.
And not only the UST community recognized that, everyone.
Yeah.
Because I remember I'd always try to watch the UP games because, you know, masochista ako in that sense. But and I remember I always make it the point that I want to watch UP games where UST was playing also. And with all due respect to Jerick, even going back to Jervy and Dunsil,
Mirza, Ababu.
Mirza and Dylan, with all due respect to these guys, I would watch for Pido. Even during my days as a courtside reporter, I would always stay, or I'd go even if I wasn't assigned, because of Pido. Because he was a sight to see. I mean, he was fun. There was always something interesting that was going to happen. He was going to lose his shit. It's like Yang Giao on steroids. That was why I wanted to go see it. And I'm not even from UST, which is why I get Robbie's point. Na I feel that for a while there, UST was Pido and Pido was UST.
What does he bring now to Global Port?
Angas. A Yang Giao type of angas. And I think, looking at how Global Port is, how they lack talent, I think Pido gives them confidence na, hey, kaya nyo. And that has been Pido's strength all these years na nasa UST siya. Na he recruited little known players.
Paulo Pe.
Paulo Pe. I mean,
Yeah, right? Paulo Pe started in the UAP finals.
and,
Paulo Pe.
and somehow
Sheriff.
that's not a knock on Paulo Pe.
No, it's not.
But no one expected Paulo Pe to start.
Exactly.
Diba?
No one else would do that.
Nobody else would do
Diba?
that.
But somehow, some way, Pido made it work.
Yeah. And I think it helps that on this lineup, you have a lot of young players. You have your of course your Romeo, your Garcia, and your Salva, and your Chua, and then your JP Belenchon, and it's a very young team, and you're gonna have a coach that is used to coaching younger players. I think he might have a hard time handling the veterans, though. I mean, Richie Tixon, the Velvet Touch, he was able to control players like Jay Wash and Sol.
But hey, if Richie Tixon was able to do
Exactly.
that, what more Pido, diba?
But I mean, I don't know if Richie was going into those practices barking the way that Pido does.
Yeah.
I think Pido's gonna have to change a little bit, getting used to the pro game, so that players with players like Sol and Jay Wash and whoever, if they make any trades or anything like that, they're most likely going to get veteran players in return. You're going to have to talk to those guys a little bit differently than talking to Romeo and Garcia.
But sorry, Nico. I think Pido will manage that relationship between him and Sol and Jay well. I think because he's like the Doc Rivers of the Philippines. Diba? He's one of the best motivators in the country when it comes to coaching, and he's a yung tinatawag na players coach. I think by that, nakikita kasi natin paminsan yung pag nagwawala si Pido in game. Pero natatandaan ba natin? I'm sure we remember how he carried Jerick Fortuna off the court, diba? I think Pido will do fine. Pido will do a great job in the PBA.
I think it's on the players at this point. If they buy into Pido completely, because that's what UST did. I mean, in the UAP, you see that a lot with the successful teams. What my coach says is the law.
Yes.
What my coach says is gospel. You saw that with Ateneo for 5 straight years.
Yeah, you didn't see that with Ateneo this last year.
Yeah, I mean,
You saw that with LaSalle this year.
you saw that with
And we didn't see that in UP.
yeah.
No.
We've never seen
No,
that.
there is no
the,
gospel.
the whole Mikey Reyes incident, though.
Yeah.
And you saw that with Coach G. Whatever Coach G says is the law. I do not question. I do not complain. This is why you saw guys like Luigi De La Paz,
Yes.
who were used to playing 20, 30 minutes for other coaches, played almost no minutes at all for Coach G, being the happiest people on the bench. It's because I don't care. We're winning, and what my coach says is the law. And I think if the veterans and the rookies, Pido won't have a problem with. But if the veterans buy into it and buy into the Pido way completely, they're going to be a deadly team. If not, very entertaining dahil imagine nyo na lang kung gaano pa kalalala yung angas ni Romeo tsaka angas ni Mercado.
Oo.
Diyos ko po, ang angas na nilang dalawa. Tapos pag binubuyo pa sila ni Pido, sinabong. Sinabong. Sobrang angas na nun. Ang sarap panoorin nun.
I like that. I think that one thing's for sure, Global Port will. I mean, they were already our Action TV team of the Philippine Cup. I think that they will be again in
The League Pass
in the
team.
the league. They're a League Pass team, kumbaga. they will also be at, because Pido's there and he's always entertaining to watch.
Trade for Dylan. Coach Pido, trade for Dylan. Free Dylan.
Alam mo, may
Ababo.
mga chismis ako naririnig na he's
Free
trying to get
Dylan Ababo.
Jeric.
Warren de Guzman. Alwin Espiritu.
Oh, si Alwin. Tsaka si Makuan daw ba?
Lasal yun, Lasal. Si Japs.
Si Japs Kuwan, si Japs
Japs.
Kuwan, si Japs Kuwan. Yung nag-free throw, ibang kamay, left hand, pero right hand pala siya jump shot. Okay, in our last topic for today, two names have emerged as potential naturalized players for the Gilas Pilipinas team.
Tragic Bronson.
Say it.
JaVale McGee, of course. And Andre Blatch.
Tragic Bronson.
Tragic Bronson.
First of all, we've had this conversation about JaVale McGee becoming a naturalized Filipino for about a year now. This has been rumored to be going on for about a year, but now finally the paperworks have been going. Well, let's talk about Andre Blatch first, okay? Because this is what really fucked me up, okay? Andre Blatch reportedly said that he is part Pinoy. That dude ain't part Pinoy, all right? Shit. No. 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 I'm not going to allow that.
Look, Andre Blatch, if you were part Pinoy, trust me when I say this, we would have known that shit by now.
Kinito would have found out about this, okay?
Because we knew about Nicole fucking Scherzinger.
Yes.
We knew about fucking Bruno Mars.
Yes.
We knew about guys with like...
We knew about Doug Baldwin.
Doug Baldwin, who's like a fourth Pinoy.
Right? We knew about that. We would have known about Andre Blatch.
We do not let this shit slide,
No.
yo.
We will... Okay. First of all, would you want Andre Blatch on Gilas Pilipinas? If he was half Pinoy, or let's say he was 1/8 Pinoy.
Oh, and you could get him and the naturalized
Yeah,
player?
of course. Yeah, I'd take it. You know, I'm down with that. But if you had to naturalize him, if you had to give away Big Daddy Doubtit's spot to Andre Blatch, would you do it?
I'd do it in a heartbeat. I think
Really?
I think there's no question that just based on talent,
But Blatch is like what, 6'9"?
6'10".
6'10".
I think Blatch is a major upgrade over Doubted in terms of talent. I think he will get you points in the paint more consistently. I'm not sure about the defense, but hey, if this guy defends the likes of Chris Bosh, Blake Griffin in the NBA, I'm sure kaya niyang depensahan sila Haddadi, di ba?
Tapos makukuha natin USA sa draw.
Oh,
He has to play against Chris Bosh.
Yay!
Well, no,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I like Blatch being that. I mean, he's the best power forward on the Brooklyn Nets right now. No offense
No
to
offense.
PG.
Yeah, sorry.
He might even be the best. No, Joe Johnson might be the best player. He's the second best player in
Right.
Over Deron Williams.
over Deron. Right
Yeah.
now, the way he's playing,
Yeah, I mean, there have been some stretches where Jason Kidd was going to Andre Blatch, going, "This is not what I signed up for." but yeah, I mean, he's a guy that can get you 20 and 10. But here's my thing: you can put in all the talent in the world, and if there's one thing we've learned with this generation of Gilas Pilipinas, it's chemistry. It's learning to
That's
play.
true.
It's
That's
learning to play for Chot because
Yes.
not everybody wants to play with Chot, and Chot does not want to coach
No.
everybody. There's a certain kind of player that Chot wants to have that Pilipinas name across his chest for.
One thing is for sure, whether it's Blatch or McGee, it will be a party.
Yeah.
It will be a fucking party if we have either of those guys on the team.
We're gonna make it the Shackton of Wolves.
Oh,
show.
shit, yes. I think it'll be freaking hilarious either way. I'm not sure if it'll be good for chemistry or the character of the team. But of course, if it is, I mean, I for one will not question what Coach Chot will do. I mean, he's done a fantastic job with Gilas Pilipinas, and if he thinks that either of them are good for the team, I'll take it. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're done analyzing shit. Now, Andre Blatch said that he was like part Pinoy. What are other things that are more Pinoy than Andre Blatch? For one, the burrito might be more Pinoy than Andre Blatch.
kasi may kanin dun.
Oo.
Hey,
Pwede i-connect.
I think
Sa amin giniling.
the Statue of Liberty might be more Pinoy than one of the ultimate symbols of American anything.
Yeah.
Is more Pinoy than Andre Blatch because I'm sure at least 10 Pinoys worked on that
Yeah,
shit.
there had to be somebody.
I think
That went
Pinoy
to-
carved out the eye of Lady Liberty.
Oo. It was Pinoy.
Just like I told you guys a while ago, this came off of an official report from Janelso.
Okay.
In that report, Janelso was saying, I think he interviewed Nate Robinson or somehow she got a quote na Nate Robinson and Greg Oden are 1/4 Filipino.
Nate Robinson I knew about. Greg Oden, dude, that dude is so big. I don't know if there's if there's a part of it that's Pinoy, it's probably like one toenail. That's about it. The dude's huge, man. Shit. But if you look at it, yeah, Greg Oden does look more Pinoy than Andre Blatch.
Andre Blatch. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, and if you guys have any more, you can hit us up as well. We have one more conversation, and that is, who did you see? Who did you run into?
Oh, I got an interesting.
Okay, you go first.
Last Friday, walang pasok, diba? Chinese New Year.
Oh.
So my friends and I decided to go to Timberland. Timberland is this like resort in San Mateo, Rizal.
Okay.
So we were having late lunch, and I saw this tall guy. I was like, shit, this guy is a PBA player.
Okay.
Naka-shades. Kahit naka-shades siya, I was pretty sure this guy is Saldi Realubit.
No bullshit.
Saldi Realubit.
We have an episode name. You ran into an episode name.
Oh my God! Zaldi?
Saldi
Throwback
Realubit.
from Slam Radio PH episode Kopong Kopong
Oh.
Jose Rizal de Realubit.
Oh.
Or for Jose Rizal Day.
Wow!
Well, I'm not 100% sure. Pero
dare you.
sobrang yabang ko sa mga friends ko. Oy, nakilala niyo ba yan? Si Zaldi Realubit yan.
Oh
There
my
you drag
God.
Zaldi's name into the mud. That is Slam PH.
Did you run into anybody?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, oh yeah, we did. I have another one, so you could use that one.
Okay. First of all, we walk into a bar, right?
Yeah.
And this is entrance pa lang ng table. This was my nightmare duo. Like two people I never want to see ever together again, right? I saw Dave Marcelo of Barako Bull Energy Cola, whom, as I've said multiple times before, dunked on me
Yeah.
with both hands when we were in high school with my dad watching the game. And his former high school teammate, who, by the way, scored 38 on me. Ako nakatao sa kanya for 31 of those 38 points. Jello Montecastro.
Yes.
So I saw the both of them and I was like, fuck, shit. I always like seeing a maroon and I always like seeing a PBA player, but I don't like the two of you guys together.
Yeah.
But they were like, they were very friendly. Oh, Nico. Yeah, Jello came up to me. Nico, Dave, si Nico. I go, oy, tangina magkasama pa kayo, oy.
Kasama pa.
And then Jello goes, Wood, si Nico. And I go, holy shit, not Jeron Teng, but Woody ko. What up, bro? And then I go inside. And then I see a PBA rookie, not to be named.
Not to be named.
Not to be named. Hamming it up, drink in his hand, partying it up. May laro kinabukasan.
At tinanong namin, bro, di ba may game ka bukas? Okay lang.
Kilala ko yan!
Palakpak na lang ako.
Kilala ko yan!
Kilala
Kilala ko yan!
Okay, kailan naman ako eh. Yun nangyari, tambakan, pinasok ka.
Kilala ko yan.
Who did you run into? We talked about him a while ago, just a little bit. We said his name. Same bar, the night before, I see Kasim Mirza.
You saw Kasim?
I saw Kasim Mirza.
Shit.
And I was like, Oy, Kasim, kamusta? He's like, oh, pare, okay naman. I was like, oh, di ka na naglalaro.
Oy, di ka na naglaro.
Sabi niya, yeah, pare, ano na ako ngayon? I'm a pilot.
Ooh.
Bullshit, you can't turn to a pilot overnight.
Yeah, he went to pilot school. He went to aviation school, and now he is a pilot.
The fuck?
I don't know, dude.
He was an Air 21 reserve like a year and a half
Now
ago.
he's an Air 21 pilot.
freight plane pala. Hari ng paddle. Oh shit, sorry, wrong company.
Oh my God.
Kulit.
Yeah, sir. Kasim Mirza, a brand new pilot, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Pido, you can't get Kasim anymore.
No, there's nothing you can do with that. He's frequent flyer miles now. All right, and that wraps up this episode of Slam Radio PH. We'll see you guys again next week. You can follow us on Twitter at Aerotaide, at Nico RMS, at The Real Robbie Raya. If you guys are watching the replay, Coach Chappie, right? Chappie
Coach Chappie.
at 11, and then BNO right after that. So you guys stay tuned for that. If you're listening to the download, Migs, download are we going up? Are you sure? All right. If you're listening to the download, good job. Tell
Hello.
your friends about it. All
Hello.
right. You guys have a great one. Peace.